I'd love to share two experiences that popped up in my mind. I'd love to get your thoughts on it. So one experience was I was working in a startup in San Francisco, and the boss and my mentor at the time, he was just super motivated person. He was always positive, always seeing the positive light in things. And it was pretty crazy. Like I was able to just run at 100% for like 6 months straight. Even days where I didn't have any sleep, just him being there, him bringing the energy up, I was like automatically, like I had to wake up. But then after 6 months, I like crashed, I burnt out, and I was just burnt out every single week for like the next month, and I was struggling to just recover and get back to normal. So that's one situation. Another situation was when I came back to Australia and started doing my own business, I was really into affirmations and I was reading affirmations. I was thinking positive. I always saw how everything was pretty good, and I was just constantly every day wake up, meditate, affirmations, and it forced me to like get positive and get work done. But same thing happened after 6 months of like insane productivity. I just crashed and went into this sort of bad, deep burnout where I was just like, it felt like maybe I was just forcing my state into a positive state for too long, and I didn't give myself a chance to recover. What's your thoughts on those two different situations that come to mind?
Yeah, ultimately what comes to mind is the fact that you're trying to do it consciously. So we've got a conscious brain and an unconscious mind. So conscious mind, unconscious mind. The conscious mind is our willpower, our battery pack, if you like. It's also the part of our brain that is logical. It's the one that wants to try and filter everything for social. So that way, if a thought comes up and you go, oh, that's inappropriate, I better say it a different way. Well, that's your conscious mind filtering it. So that way it's more normal for social interaction. The thing is, that part of our brain's only about 5% of what we actually utilize. And it's, like I said, it's the battery pack, which means it runs out of steam. It's like your willpower at the start of a new year where you're all gung-ho on a New Year's resolution and it fails in a couple of days. It's like your phone, it needs charging. So if we are constantly relying on the conscious part of our brain to do the work for us, we're never going to be able to do long-term change, long-term anything, because you're trying to do it consciously. You're trying to actively seek it. Now, affirmations and all of that sort of thing are brilliant as a reinforcement to what's going on unconsciously, not as the driver. So what really needs to happen is the unconscious mind, the default part of your brain. So that's the bit that is keeping you breathing right now. That's the bit that's beating your heart right now. That's the bit that is now aware of you sitting on a chair, and it wasn't aware until I pointed it out to you. It's that part, which is the default part of our brain.